We are live.
We're live. It's the Destiny Hour with Paul, taking your questions on anything in this life, big, small, or stupid. Taking your questions is my daughter Shay. How are you tonight?
How are you?
Wave of the hand tells me it's 2. She's a definite 2 out of 10 today. So we had a power cut because the lightning struck. So we were touch and go whether we were going to come on tonight. But we're here. So, welcoming your questions. I'm a full-time psychic, so it's my job. If you did want an appointment, it should be on the screen. I think Shay was trying to make me look pretty today, so I hope you can see us. What else? Yeah, that's about it really. What do we do now? I've run out of conversation.
Well,
I've got to open the shop, haven't I?
Yeah, you do.
Let me have a sip. So wherever you are in the world, maybe somebody needs help or guidance, so why don't you share us? It's the right thing to do. Shop's open.
We're going to start off with Twitch tonight. Anjuman asks, Anjun Jane, sorry. They ask, I've got a career question. I've just started a business of kidswear, but I'm skeptical. Shall I continue with the business or look for a proper job? Many thanks, love to all, and take care.
Arjun, I admire that. It's a hobby, okay? You treat it as a hobby. So the idea is you do look for something, please. That is your hobby. Hobby. But keep on with it.
Our next question is from Mercury Virgo. They ask, recently had an old acquaintance of mine who I had a falling out with 10 years ago reach out to me, and there's a bit of a bind, and is asking for my services as a healthcare worker. I was a bit on the fence about going through with it, but I ended up telling them my prices and that I was open to negotiation. But she has not replied back, so now I wonder if I should bother with this or just leave it alone altogether.
Mercury rising. Leave it out. Leave it alone. I think those people are classic users, and I get a lot of that. People use me all the time, and I'm sick of them. So they reached out because they thought you were a buddy and they thought they could get a discount. Yeah.
Okay. Moving on. Next question. We're moving on to Instagram.
Hello Instagram, I didn't see you over there.
Quite a few people in here. So the first one is Z Gates. Hello Paul and Shay, hope all is well. I would like to ask whether there is any hope for me in finding love in the next coming months.
Why are you putting a time limit on it, sweetie? You're putting a time limit on love. I think you're very capable of being dated, if that's the truth. That's the right words, I mean. But the love, don't put a time limit on it, okay? But you're going to be dating, okay? But the real stuff is next year, okay?
Next question is from Sherry. They ask, hi, good evening. I'd like to know when I'll give birth, please.
You'd like to know when you're going to give birth? The doctor's rubbish, isn't he? 4 has come up, so I would imagine the next 4 weeks, 4 days. But you know, your doctor needs a kick in the pants.
Next question is from Navra. Hello, Sir and Shay. Hope you're doing well. Will Javier and I ever be in a committed relationship, or is he a player?
I think you're going to tolerate him and wait for him. So the answer is there's a relationship, yeah. You know, is he going to start going to church and singing in the choir? No. No. But you're going to tolerate him. He's a bad boy.
Next question is from Starry Witch on Twitch. They ask, hi everyone.
Starry Witch on Twitch.
Will following my passion be enough? I have a lot in career and love I'm working on. I feel things are growing, but I'm afraid of missing an opportunity.
What's the question?
Will following my passion be enough?
Leonardo da Vinci followed his passion. So did Van Gogh. He sold one painting. One. To his brother. Okay, so you can go blindly and I love, it's my passion. But you've got to be real. If it's affecting your rent, right? But you've got to follow your passion. You have to, otherwise it's a waste of life. So continue, but be reasonable.
Next from Jamie, what are the impressions of my classmates about me? I'm the new boy.
Well, you've got to socialize a bit more, okay? And I think you're there to learn, essentially, right? You're not there to make friends. Okay, so it's going to affect your schoolwork. If you're worried about what people think of you, you're there to learn, but you've got to be a bit more sociable, right?
Jumping over to Facebook, Gabriella asks, hi Paul, will I find a better job soon?
You can find a better job soon. March is looking good. So keep your eyes open, March. Very much so. But you've got to try a little bit harder, a little bit more energy, and you'll be right.
Next question is from Eleanor, who asks, hi Paul, love your advice. What's coming next for me, please?
Eleanor, you're going to be in a different space just now. You're going to be calmer and more peaceful. I guess that's the word. It's under those circumstances that Cupid may be firing arrows at you. Ooh! So carry on being cool and calm and watch this space. I think you've got somebody's attention. If not now, pretty soon. Oh yeah.
Our next question is from Miriam, who asks, will I ever find a love which is not one-sided? Thank you.
Will you ever find a love that's not one-sided? You'll find love, but you should not be in a hurry for it. I mean, for somebody to be worthy of your love, they have to give theirs. And they've got to give it 100%. So if they're not going to give you 100%, why should you give them 100%? So don't be too quick. You're in love with love. Okay, and that's a problem. Okay, you've got to be in love with the person. You're in love with love. That's a danger.
Next question is from Rita. They ask, will Sahil and I be married?
It's complications there. I don't know what he's thinking right now, but it's not his first thought. But I think you will. I think you will.
Next question is from Tonderai. They ask, hi Paul, how are you? I've been promised jobs and I've had job interviews and they are quiet. I want to ask when I'm going to start working.
Tonderai. I think within a month. Tonderai. I think within a month. So hang in there. Keep praying.
Update and a question from Kristen. They say, hi Paul, got diagnosed with stage 1 breast cancer, fully treatable and curable, having day surgery and scared about I'm scared about going under. Also waiting on one test, hope it's negative. I don't want chemo, I have been on radiation though.
Okay. Kirsten? They caught it. They caught it. You know, the earlier they diagnose, the more success. It's a horrible thing for any woman. Probably the worst cancer when it affects the breasts. Okay. However, if you have to have radiation and chemo, you do it. Come on, you do it. Sometimes we don't have a choice, right? You stick to the doctor's orders, and if they recommend it, they recommend it. But I'm telling you now, I think the day surgery is going to be successful. Recovery, probably about 5 weeks till you get back to normal here. You're gonna live. Tell you that. I wish you all the luck in the world, sweetheart.
Making these the last 3 on Facebook, and then we're moving on. Anne wants to know, I'd love to know when my Hypnosis and Juice Plus business will grow, and will I get enough customers to succeed? So I'm very tired, I can't read properly.
It's going to take a good 9 months. That's about October-ish. Yes, hypnosis is one of those areas where people are your best advert. You know, clients that have come to you. So whether you've helped them with a problem or situation, it's a 9-month incubation period for you. I do think you will be successful, Anne, so stick at it. Don't be impatient and advertise the heck out of it. Okay?
Last 2 on Facebook, and we're moving on. For Diesel asks, hi, I'd like to find out if we will get a business contract this week or next week.
Who's this?
For Diesel.
Next week. Next week for Diesel.
Last one on Facebook, Duduzile asks, good evening Paul and Show, hope you're doing well. The job I found for myself earlier this month, I haven't signed any clients. Sometimes it's not easy to get appointments. Am I still going to make it?
Yeah, you've got to be a bit patient. Dudu, you've got to be patient. And it needs a good month further for any kind of movement. So hang in there, have faith.
Okay, moving on to YouTube, we've got quite a few here. Shai S asks, hi Paul and Shai, hope you're both doing well. Will I hear from my Gemini? Thank you.
I think so. I think so, but you know, it's not the way to go out with you, is it? You have to phone me in order to ask if he's going to phone. So think about that.
Okay, I can't tell if that next one's a question, so we're going to move on. Diva Bomber says, hi Paul and Shay, good evening. How is Joe's current energy toward me?
It's pleasant. It's not, there's no, yeah, the thing is, Diva, I think he thinks he can just come back whenever he wants. You know? His idea of foreplay is giving you a wink, right? So, I mean, he just come back when he wants. So the energy is, I can, you know, I'll just come back when I want. So he doesn't feel bad about you, sweetie. Well, I just don't like the arrogance of it all.
Next question from Sweetpai, who asks, hi Paul and Shay, I hope you're doing good. I'd like to know, what are Armani's intentions for me?
His intentions, I think he just, I don't know how to put this nicely. Does the word quickie mean anything to you? You know what I mean? I think he thinks he can just take his shoes off under your bed and leave them under your bed whenever he wants. And that's the feeling I've got. I don't trust him, eh? Right?
I got the name wrong there. That was supposed to be Armia, not Armani. Yeah, next question's from Sugarflower. They ask, hi, I wish to know, what are the intentions of H towards me?
Sugarfly.
Flower.
Sugarflower. I think there might be a basis for a relationship. That's what he's thinking. But Sugar, I think he's a little bit nervous, anxious, and doesn't want to be rejected. So he's a little bit nervous about that. But his intentions are to go out with you, at least date you.
Next question from Coco Janelle. Hi Paul, I went to the doctors for my knee pain, but he said it was nothing serious. Will my knees heal?
Should do. Coco. Should do. I think you've just strained your knees. I think maybe you're pushing yourself a little bit too much. The answer is yes. Next 10 days sees an improvement in that area. So try not to push yourself. Okay? Try and have a rest.
Next question is from Brolik. He asks, hi Paul and Shay, I want to know, how does Armani feel toward me? Should I not entertain it and leave it be, or do you see anything becoming of this interaction?
No, I don't see anything. This guy's going to cause you trouble. Bossy. He's bossier than a mother-in-law.
I believe Armani is a girl.
She's bossier than a mother-in-law. No. Don't.
Okay, next question is from Virgo Queen. I'd like to know if I will get pregnant this year and any month that stands out.
July's looking good, and August. So don't put pressure on yourself. Okay, it's a beautiful thing, falling pregnant, being a mum. But July, August looks hot. And go.
Next question from Ritz Reddy. When will I meet someone new? Thank you.
Ritz ready. When you stop putting that enormous amount of pressure on yourself. Ritz. Okay, the stress in your face, because you've got this desperation, is putting people off. Okay, just be nice, just be yourself. But to answer your question, if you change your approach, just be nice, be friendly, you can attract somebody within 8 weeks. Could be 8 days. How friendly are you? It's up to you.
Next question is from Avni. They ask, is R my future husband?
Yes, I do believe so. Future's next year, baby.
Next question is from Neha. Hi Paul, any advice on how my boyfriend and I can fight less in our relationship?
Can fight less. It's a good question, actually. The trouble is, yous are both fighting for who's the boss? Who has the last word in? Last word in. And if you've got the last word in, that makes you right. It doesn't. Okay, so there's this power thing. I've got to have the last word. I've got to be right. It's a load of rubbish. The minute you decide that you rubbish at fighting, absolutely rubbish, and this is only about power, who's got the power? The minute you accept that, stop fighting. You're rubbish at it, so don't do it.
Next question is from John Phil. They ask, has anyone got my attention because she keeps looking at me?
Has anyone
got my attention and she keeps looking at me?
That sounds so mysterious, John.
She's looking at me.
Innit? If she's looking at you, she wants little, I was going to say little Johnny, but a little piece of John. Yes, she's got your attention, John. And before we go blue, I'm going to say act on it. Okay. It's getting hot in here.
Okay. Sorry. Alright. Our next question is from Captain Roz. They ask, in the shops I was treated badly by 2 workers. Were they actually bad or was I just crazy? He gave us some more information up here. First went there, got nothing, then returned the second time and I heard some worker call me creepy and treated me like I was going to steal stuff.
No, you were the entertainment for those shop workers. Okay, so it was totally their fault. You're not mad, and I think you had a legitimate complaint, but they're miserable people anyway. So you're not going crazy, you're right, and you had a legitimate complaint. If it bothered you that much, do an email to their boss.
Last one on YouTube, then moving on to Facebook. Selena asks, hi Paul and Shay, the issues with the sister are still going on and getting worse. So I'd like to know what should I prepare for next when it comes to her bad behaviour?
Don't tolerate bad behaviour. Sheila? Selena. Walk away from bad behaviour because you're inviting it by listening to it. Somebody comes in to me swearing, F this, B that. Do you think I'm going to listen to them? Change your tune if you want to talk to me. Right? Do not accept disrespect. And if you allow it, that is the problem. If somebody only comes to you to moan and groan, right, you have to shut the door on it. You know how many moans and groans I get on the phone? Text messages. My back is sore. Right. I shut the door on it. Shut the door on it. So shut the door on it.
Okay, switching back over to Facebook. Next question is from Sharon. They say, hi Paul, can you advise on the news of... Okay, we're only answering one. Can you advise on the news of the house?
We've got 20 questions there.
Just 2, but we don't have time to do 2.
All right, there's a victory in April, next 6 weeks. You should hear about it soon, by the way. Okay. Happy days.
Next question is from Norma Swazi. Good evening, Paul. Hope you're doing well. I owe my landlord some money and she wants us out. We also would like to leave this place. When are we going to move?
Okay. End of March. I say end of March, but March.
You guys are getting impatient, so hang on. Next question is from Janice. Would love a card on your guidance.
It's the card on you. Okay. Your back is sore, Janice. Okay, and you. All right, I'm going to tell you this. I think you're touching on a bit of depression, but you've got the blues, my baby. Okay, and I think that's symptomatic. Your back. You've got to cheer up. Okay, and I know you have every reason to be sad. But you've got to have some reasons to be cheerful, okay? Because it's affecting the people around you. So I need you to just cheer up a little bit. Be aware of that, please, love. Okay.
Next question is from Debbie, who asks, should I take the gamble with a financial opportunity?
You're going to. Okay, but just watch for the fine print, please, and the small print. I think it will pay off. But slowly, slowly. Okay? Slowly, slowly.
Okay, next question. We answered that last week. Belle asks, hello, new here. Is this move out of state the best thing for my family? Thank you.
Belle. Hi, Belle. Yes, it is. It's going to be profitable as well. The family, and I had some bad juju in the current state. A lot of bad memories, a lot of unfortunate situations. Brand new start. You know, I say God bless, and family's going to do all right. Hope it's warmer.
People are very impatient. It's driving me nuts. So,
You want to shout?
do, but I want to be nice to some people. Sherry asks, hi Paul, I want to know, only answering one, I want to know if I can find a life partner.
You can. But what's a life partner? Is that a husband? Is that what you're asking? Yeah. You can. You've got to fall in love. That's the condition. And it's going to take a good year for that to happen. But yes, you deserve a life partner, husband.
Okay, moving on to Instagram and Twitch because these people are driving me nuts. So we'll start off with a nice person.
Oh.
Shrikar asks, hello, could I know what positive change or opportunity is coming in for my webcomic?
It's a patience thing. We ask. You're being impatient. Now, we answered that the other day, and I said to you that you do it for love and passion, right? And you know, a week or two later, what's going to happen? Come on. You've got to give it time to get out there. Okay? And it's best part of this year. So, you know, that's what you've got to do. You'll be patient.
Next question is from Daria. Hi, Paul and Shay. That guy N has been following me around everywhere at university, and I've been keeping my distance. What are his intentions?
Stalker. Peeping Tom. I'm going to follow you. I like you, so I'll follow you. Well, he's a dickhead, isn't he? Report him. Goodness sake. You got security there, I know you have. So this guy keeps following me. Creep. Right, he's a dickhead. Right?
Okay, now on to Instagram. Next question is from Tamina. Hi sir, have you been doing fine? When do you see N contacting me?
Probably in a week, Tamika. More than likely next week, round about payday.
Next question is from Marisa. I want to know, is there someone from my childhood that is still in love with me?
Well, there's an affection. Love. You can't use that word for somebody from your childhood. You can't use that word. That's really arrogant. Does somebody that was 6 years old when he met you, does he still love me? That's really arrogant and naive. So the answer is no.
Next one's from Ricky. They ask, what happened yesterday? Did it happen because of God? I had no pen and I was freaking out because I had to write notes. So I was worried, and after I prayed, a few seconds later I was trampling on a pen. There was no pen on the floor before I prayed.
Okay, that's beautiful. You know, I like the fact that you prayed. I like that. But here's the problem. You wanted God to put it in your hand. You didn't. He put it right next to you. But because you were so nervous or overcome by that situation, you didn't see it. So remember this. When you ask in prayer, Ricky, when you ask him, know that you're going to be answered, you're going to be heard. Okay? And the problem is you didn't have enough faith that you were going to be given an answer. In this case, a pen. And it was right there. No harm. Trust him a little more, and you'll see he'll give a little more. But I'm glad you prayed. It's a good example of God in action. I love it.
Next question from Lizzie. Hi Paul and Shay, hope you're both well. Has N given up on me?
Well, you poor girl, Liz. I don't think that's the right thing. Given up. No. I don't believe that. I do believe that M is a little bit spoiled, if you don't mind me saying. A little bit of a princess. Hasn't given up. So I'm going to answer that question. Hasn't given up. Okay? Neither should you. But I would request that you stop chasing like you have been and let little princess come to you. She will.
Okay, moving on. Next question from Ivory. Hi Paul, in my new place I'm moving into, would it be the best move I ever made?
Ivory, yeah. So you got a place. That's nice. It is. I mean, Ivory, I'll tell you now before even looking at the cards. Okay. I hope you thanked the Almighty. Okay? Just saying, show a bit of gratitude, because I'm feeling that you didn't. So I'm asking you to. Okay? The answer is yep, it's going to be brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. And it's the start of new things, provided you work and are grateful for those opportunities of a new start. So I think it's a great move.
Okay, our next question is from... Who's next? So I'm lost. Okay. Jessica asks, can I get a reading on why this guy keeps popping in my head and in my... popping in my life and in my head. We used to have this really strong connection, and then things got so painful that we couldn't be in each other's lives. But I feel so soulfully connected with him, and I need to know why.
Well, there are various reasons why you think you're still connected. Perhaps you were very much the same type of person. Perhaps you're remembering the good times. Perhaps you're lonely, and that is why you keep thinking about to the last relationship or to that relationship. So it doesn't, because a person's on your mind, okay, it does not mean it's a sign from above that you should go for it. It doesn't. You've got to understand why you broke up. And that's still in force. So to keep tripping back to that relationship is only going to torture you and torment you. What it's saying is that you need somebody like him, but it's not necessarily him, my sweetheart. And in fact, he was a little bit bossy. A little bit, you know what I mean. Move on, babes.
Next question is from Emma from Australia. They ask, will my partner and I ever get along again, or should I just get my own house?
Hello, Emma. Difficult question to ask. Now, own house. This person, your partner, too damn difficult. I can almost hear his voice. No. Walk away, baby. I know it's easy for me to say, but he's getting in my ear. Goodness knows what it's like for you. Walk away, baby.
Okay, next question is from... What's still lost again, sorry. Shield Nova. Hi Paul, recently Gina's ex has been coming around. However, her and I have been getting closer, so I'm wondering if I need to be mindful and if it is the end of their situation.
Mindful is the right word. Now, people on the rebound are dangerous. Okay? And I've heard many stories. People, are taking advantage of people when they're sad or vulnerable, as in your case. Be mindful and take your time, because you're going to get hurt if you rush in. Shield. Okay, you're a good person. I need to tell you that. Okay, and there's some good women out there. About 3 in the whole world. But you may well attract one of them. So do not be impatient, please, Shield.
Okay, we can't take any more questions after this. We'll just get through with these last ones. Aparna asks, hi Paul and Shay, I just got a job opportunity and went for an interview. I have no idea whether or not I'm going to get this job, as my interview didn't go too well.
No. I don't feel you did. However, I do feel that they're going to call you back when the person they chose didn't work out. So not now, just now. Carry on looking.
Next question is Donna Marie. Last one on Facebook. Hi Paul, does Jay love me and will we get back together? Please and thank you.
If he loved you, he'd be back. Right? That's the thing. I don't think you guys are going to get back together. I have to say that because I don't want to give you false hope. If he came back now, he'd still be part-time. And you need more than that. Okay, you can't just come and go as he pleases. So sadly, he still cares about you, yeah. Love, bit of a strong word. Cares about you, yes, but it's not enough to be in a relationship with you.
Okay, last 3 on YouTube. Next question is from Kunfeya. Hi Paul and Shay, is my Sagittarius sad because of me?
Pretty much. Sad because there's 3 things. Sad because of the disagreement or the fallout you've had. Sad because of work, and he's got a problem with his dad from childhood. So 3 things. But you're one of them.
Next question from Paul Wesh.
It's a funny name. Paul! Huh?
She asks, hi to both of you. Is NS looking forward to asking me out?
You're going to ask me out? Yeah, I'll ask you out. Yes, but are you looking forward? That's a curious question. There's excitement and nerves. Yeah. Probably in the next 5 days, you'll get a shaky voice phone call. Can you go out with me? But yeah, it's more nerves than anything else. Okay. Go easy on the boy.
And last one is from Daniel Gonzalez. Good morning. Any advice for me on my love life and my broken up partner?
And your broken up partner. I know what you're asking me. But I don't think you're going to get back together, Daniel. I don't think it's fair. I think your partner was a little bit high maintenance, that's for sure. But I don't think they appreciated you. So if that partner came back, they still wouldn't appreciate you, and they'd use you more than you've already been used. And I think, in all honesty, that you should look elsewhere. Heal from this and get out there, because you're one of life's good guys.
Okay, and that is it.
Kaput.
Kaput.
That was quite busy, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I got a lot of rude people not saying please and thank you, but on the plus side, you did get quite a few good thank yous out of it.
Well, for the people that said thank you, you're the real people of the world. For those rude little idiots that don't say thanks and are impatient, well, you'll have to try again next week. Try and calm down by then, because we're doing this for free, so you don't snap your fingers, you don't cop an attitude, because we'll give it right back. There's a couple of people that stood out. I like that Australian lady. All right, I felt for her. I felt for Daniel now. Please take my advice. That's the message coming through. Please take my advice. Don't hang around. Both of yous, don't hang around. Move on. If you did want a more in-depth, personal reading, look at my hands go when I talk, right? You can. Simply by dialing the number and paying money. Oh, all the lights have gone off now, Shay. They're all gone. Hello? Hello? Or you can make a donation. How's about that? Okay, keep your masks on. Try and be nice. And that's about it. Thank you, Shay. You got a headache now?
Yep. What's the...
Double whiskey. Triple whiskey for Shay. See what you did? See you next week. Love and peace.